Fire, 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 fire. Alright, the BurntPeanut problem. Uh-oh, he looks all sad.
Even though you're not funny, you don't make your family laugh at the dinner table. I know you don't. What do you tell them? Yeah, I'm just a f***ing peanut. I have a...
Me when my wife's boyfriend lets me stay up past my bedtime for the BurntPeanut dance party.
You literally said the N word multiple times. I don't know why saying a word means anything, but okay.
We're off to an amazing start. What?
I did not choose this peanut life. I got turned into one by the BurntPeanut.
Hey everybody, CP here, the cool potato. Just wanted to show off the new
CP? What a name.
streamer persona.
Wait! What? What are these? A heart, a gherkin, a jam that's kind of dressed like in traditional Arabic clothing? What is it? Orange? Y'all, this has gotta stop, bro. The knockoffs?
So streaming
yeah,
has become
so.
quite popular, especially since 2020, where it saw a huge spike in attention, probably due to things like COVID, where we were all forced inside, and for many in education at the time, you had to put up with makeshift and quickly put together online classes that I'm pretty sure nobody learned a single thing in.
Oh yeah.
I'm not a child, Heidi. I'm a grown man.
Yo, Randy, you bald as
We've been hacked.
But for many people around that time, especially when the lockdowns had just started, you had to find things to do, which for some turned into learning skills like coding, cooking, painting, and maybe learning how to properly exercise.
I know this guy from World of Warcraft, and he's so reamed out, man. This arc was kind of crazy.
Or for some it meant playing the same games over and over till you eventually become fatigued with games in general, and even though you had all this free time now, you just couldn't bring
Alana?
yourself
Yeah,
to play a game for even
LARPing.
15 minutes before getting bored, closing the game and staring blankly at the screen. But watching someone else play the exact same game was a different thing entirely. Streaming around this time was already rising in popularity due to key streamers like Ninja.
Had shockwaves after he railed me like that from behind.
What?
After he shot on my back.
Buddy, you're not.
After he came from behind.
But now with everyone inside, streaming exploded. We had things like the Among Us craze, a rise in Minecraft viewership due to things like the Dream SMP, where we saw a different breed of parasocial viewer.
Oh my god, the dream face reveal was something else. All these underage, freaky ass kids being like, oh my god, I bet he's so hot, and he's just a dude, and they're like, oh my god!
We even saw the appearance of more things like VTubers. But one of the results of COVID, apart from it apparently messing with the fabric of time where it feels like time is going way too fast now. But another effect was that streaming got more popular. More people tried doing it and more people got into it. It became mainstream, and even after COVID ended, it only became more popular, which has led to the streamers themselves being looked at more like celebrities. I mean, even celebrities themselves have tried to, in one way or another, enter the streaming space.
We could be taking questions right now. TikTok, you got any questions for me? What am I saying? I'm saying, please come to Peru. You ate. Appreciate that. Love you, Brunito. When you come into my house, all right, maybe this questions thing wasn't a good idea.
But with streaming blowing up, it has come with a number of negative aspects as well. Hate watching is one of them, where people watch you for the sole purpose of preying on your downfall.
Who wants some? You want this? Come get it! Get a job, Dale.
Why do you guys keep doing this?
Audience fatigue is a new one, especially if you blow up quite fast and your content is everywhere. People will get tired of seeing you and start to hate you. The only person I've seen that is completely immune to this is Queso. I have not seen an ounce of hate for him except his chat saying he's the descendant of a prehistoric megalodon, which is one of the many ways they call him fat. There's also a problem with clones where, especially if you get popular for a specific thing or niche, some may attempt to copy you or what you're known for to reap the same benefits, and all of which
that is so cringe.
Which I just briefly described probably applies tenfold to the streamer I'm going to be speaking about today. A streamer that at their peak took over the internet to the point where people of all ages were watching him. A streamer that with each stream would get over 100,000 concurrent viewers, and a streamer that is quite literally a burnt carbohydrate. The BurntPeanut.
There's a new one though. For some reason, a bunch of Dr. Disrespect Champion Club members have been coming in. They think since I'm big now, I'm encroaching on his territory or something.
What?
It's like I'm on Ark Raiders, not the playground.
Now if you
Okay, I gotta give him that one. That was pretty good.
If you don't know who the BurntPeanut is, he started streaming all the way back in 2022. And when he started, he wasn't a peanut. He was an actual person, a fleshy if you will. But it's important to note that almost all records of these past streams when he wasn't the peanut has been scrubbed from the internet to the point where you can only find singular frames of those streams. But back then he mainly streamed Escape from Tarkov, the game you only play if you have a gambling addiction or you're a masochist and hate yourself.
I can do it. Ready? I'm gonna find close up. Ready? For the team, boys. Yeah. My gunshot!
Or, more commonly, you're a hacker.
Wait.
When he began streaming, he was still working a full-time job at a call center for scheduling, with the main thing being scheduled, according to him, being cat waxing. But it was the cat usually most of you definitely aren't used to seeing, if you catch my drift. But when he started, he would stream regularly for around 5 months before giving it up, and he would only return a year later after a friend persuaded him to start streaming again, and after one of his first streams back, he noticed his name was BurntPeanut. So for his next stream, he became a peanut, and the rest from there is seemingly history. He still played Tarkov, but now as a peanut, and he began streaming more regularly with usually a daily stream that ranged from 2 to 6 hours depending on the day. He also began taking his clips from his stream and posting them to places like YouTube, which assisted in slowly building up his following.
I'm about to show you the power of the Windingulator, the most powerful weapon in all of Tarkov, but do not share it with anyone.
Adamantium.
Oh my god.
I got him.
By the end of 2024, he was averaging...
He does not sound like himself, man. He ruined his confidence, huh?
Over 1,000 concurrent viewers, and it would only go up from there at the start of the next year. However, he was still streaming Tarkov, which people didn't really mind. Most were there for his personality at that point.
Fucking camping little bitch pussy.
Got your little boyfriend.
Yeah, he's a fucking Timmy, you little.
And you're next. Yeah!
Okay, that's pretty good.
And things like his peanut avatar constantly changing, the animations he played before he went into each raid, animations which were made by his brother, and the fact that there was never truly a dull moment in his streams was why a lot of people kept watching him.
Love you, nut. Peanut's middle is the perfect place for my froggy penis. I want to wear them like a condom and feel that sweet, sweet ass pucker.
And all of this would later be a hallmark of his content. By August of 2025, he was averaging over 10,000 viewers, which put him at the top percentile of streamers. But his viewership would soon skyrocket in November of the same year, which was partially due to the launch of a game called Ark Raiders. A game that was initially thought to be just another extraction shooter trying to copy Tarkov, and a game that 3 years ago was supposed to be a completely different game. But despite what people thought before it launched, it was somewhat of an instant success when it finally released, both with a lot of people playing it and watching it. Peanut began streaming it on release, and quickly he not only became the face of the game, but the face of streaming for quite a while.
Wait, they're saying running dive through.
Oh fuck.
At this point, you could not escape Peanut. He had broken outside the Ark Raiders category and become mainstream. Every platform either had a clip of his stream or a clip.
It's funny, I saw his clips playing Tarkov before he even became super popular, and he blew up because of Ark Raiders. I had no idea that it was the same person.
Of someone talking about his stream. But with that many eyes on you, it almost becomes impossible to avoid controversy, either by people clipping you out of context, or even some people going all the way back before you blew up and sharing.
Oh no, not that clip.
Sharing a clip of you saying a slur.
Far man.
I would get QD OLED. Oh my god, dude, what is it? What is up with this fat man?
Oh shit.
Oh shit. Oh god, I gotta go back to the call center where I have to schedule appointments for cat waxing.
God damn it.
He even got into a controversy for being nominated and winning the VTuber of the Year award, which pissed a lot of people off because they don't think he's a VTuber. I mean, he even thinks he's not a VTuber. He classifies himself as a PTuber.
I didn't think this was a big deal. If anything, I would be more upset with the streamer awards for putting him in like the VTuber category than I would be at him specifically for like leaning into it or taking advantage of it. Like, literally did not, and I still do not give two fucks about this. I refuse to give any emotional energy to the streamer awards. It was such a fucking dumb fucking fiasco. I don't think this was a big deal at all.
And after facing all of this backlash, he immediately started making jokes at the expense of the people that were mad at him.
That's a VTuber right there. Listen up, 40-year-old man in a 15-year-old anime 2D VTubing suit.
But if we were
I lean into this stereotype as a joke all the time. Chat, I call myself a 400-pound man literally 5 times a week. Bro, like, not 5 times, but like 5 days a week, you know? Like, I'm not gonna get up on my soapbox and get unironically pissed and shit my pants and get mad at Peanut for making a fucking statement like that. Come on. Just because someone else is doing it? Like, that would be like the most hypocritical thing ever that I could do. I literally just don't care. That's how I feel. I don't think this is an issue.
Honest, it was the Streamer Awards, the event that most
And everybody, that's the funniest bit. This ticked me the fuck off, too. People all of a sudden were like, oh, Streamer Awards is for fucking losers and normies, but all of a sudden we give a shit of what they give out as awards? I don't get it.
Size for their theory, it's just an award show for the friends of the people that host it, and the event where there's backlash each year for the nominations and award winners anyway. Like, it happens every year. But apart from people digging things up from his past, apart from his classifications as a VTuber or a PTuber, and apart from his controversies, there's already a few problems that have surrounded him, and it's only gotten worse as he's gotten bigger. And it's to the point now where it's widespread and more apparent than ever. And you could say it's at the level now where it's directly affecting the reputation of Peanut. But what are these problems?
Ooh, let's start on him. Well, sniff it.
Huh? What?
So as I said,
Bro! Bro, what the fuck did I just listen to?
When creators blow up, especially for a specific reason, it's natural to see others witness this attention and attempt to recreate it to potentially get a portion of the limelight. This can range from playing the same game to doing the same content to, at worst,
because they see a formula and they think they can emulate it or recreate it, which you can emulate to some form of success, but you're never gonna be even close to the real thing.
To replicate the personality of the original content creator.
You really think I'm queso? You really think I'm queso?
And Peanut is no different from this trend. Actually, in his case, it's much worse. Probably because he's formatted in the way he is. He's simply a peanut with a filter that captures his mouth and eyes, projected onto the 3D Peanut model. Before Peanut blew up, there was little to nobody with the same format. Ironically, the closest relative to his format he had at the time was actually VTubers. And I know by simply just making that comparison may result in some fans having an aneurysm, but when he did eventually
dumb fucking conversation
blow up, it essentially became a gold rush overnight. Hundreds of other streamers would adopt an inanimate object with their face displayed on top of it, which ranged from things like other edible items to items of clothing to random objects to even organs.
You know what this reminds me of? It's that really old MTV show with the meatball and the what is it called? Do you guys know what I'm talking about? With the Team Hunger Force. Yeah, that one. That kind of what reminds me of it.
Organs. I have a feeling we are soon going to see a peanut clone in the form of a puckered anus that was locally sourced. That would actually be impressive, probably because she'll be instantaneously banned, but then again, if you're streaming on Twitch, knowing them, you might be fine. There was also a rise in tutorials walking you through how to make your own BurntPeanut avatar, which only made it more widespread. Now, these streamers obviously knew what they were doing.
I'm not trying to copy BurntPeanut. I say I'm different from the
I mean, that is pretty unique, no?
Peanuts, I say
A lot of these new streamers would begin being called peanut clones, and I've yet to see one that has successfully pulled this off and managed to gather an audience.
What is that? What? Cat paws? Jam?
That doesn't associate them with peanut. But are we seeing a trend like VTubers where one person inspires many others to the point where it becomes its own genre?
Yeah.
No. As said, I don't see any of these new streamers doing anything unique, and none have accomplished the goal of branching away.
They're not funny. They don't put the effort in. I don't know. I don't really give a fuck what other people think, and they'll be like, "Oh, I'm Peanut's not a real VTuber." But the effort he puts in is actually low-key kind of insane, and it's about the fact that he is funny, objectively funny.
From the peanut stereotype. I mean, we had the annoying orange do this shit like 10 years ago, and I don't think there were any successful copies around that time, but hey, I could be wrong. Maybe a disheveled filled condom will be streamer of the year around this time next year. Even Peanut has picked up on people doing this, and he doesn't really seem to have a problem with it.
I mean, are they... I don't know. I mean, are they kind of hopping on the floor a little bit? Sure. But you know what I mean? It's like whatever. It's like whatever. I mean, I didn't invent the peanut. I didn't, you know what I'm about? They can do whatever they want. They can, you know what I mean? But follow your dreams. That's what I say. That's what I say.
However, even though there are a lot of these clones, currently there is one that stands above the rest. The ultimate peanut clone, and that is the faithful sheriff.
Oh god.
Ooh, let's fart on him. Well, sniff it.
That is negative aura, I'm not gonna lie. Dude, that is negative aura.
Bro. That's it, bro.
Yeah, time out, bro. I can't keep watching this.
He is the very definition of a peanut clone. He is what appears to be the inbred variant of the BurntPeanut. He even has lore that relates to the BurntPeanut. where the story goes he was turned into a peanut because he disrespected Peanut's friend, Gingy, which outside of the peanut he did actually do. He made a whole video saying she was boring, and apparently they saw that video and responded to it. But in the lore, after seeing Gingy disrespected, the burnt peanut would respond by using his peanut wizard powers to turn this guy into a peanut. That is his lore.
You know what you mean?
Okay.
Yeah, he turned me into a peanut, actually. That's why I'm a peanut. He turned me into one.
Okay.
He's my arch
This
nemesis.
But this isn't the
kind
first
of
time the
strong.
faithful sheriff has done something like this, because he was previously known before his rebrand as Dr. Witnesser, or as most
This guy's a professional grifter. Holy.
people called him Dr. Chud. And if it wasn't obvious, this was his attempt in trying
Yeah, he's a bandwagon Andy. I was literally about to say he's a bandwagoner.
to be a clone of Dr. Disrespect.
Good
Dr.
lord,
Witnesser, thank you for the
man.
$10, Doc. I'm 20 minutes deep in some spice, hot, acidic, goosebump-driven diarrhea, and I ran out of toilet paper. I'm install 102 in the arena. Can you send Alex in to toss me a roll? Alex is not here today. You're in shit out of luck.
Bro, that was so worth it.
He was quite infamously known around this time for one, constantly saying slurs.
So, back in the day of the 1910 and 1800s, people would refer to black individuals as niggers.
He was also known as the guy who told an 8-year-old child that Santa wasn't real.
People were saying that Santa Claus isn't real, that your parents just bring you the presents.
Yeah, that's actually true, unfortunately. And that's another lie, and that people do spread. I don't teach my kids about Santa Claus because it's not real, and I don't lie to my kids.
He was also known
What
to...
an asshole! Yeah, you suck, bro. You should never be the one telling kids anyway. Why is he talking to a kid? Yeah, to be fair, if I heard a kid talking, I'd fucking mute them.
be heavily religious, and if you had a mic on in his Fortnite lobby, he would try and convert you to some form of Christianity. Even if you have a different religion or you're a
That's
child,
fucking
he will
weird.
still try and convert
That's
you.
fucking weird.
Nice.
What the fuck? Why are you fucking talking to kids in Fortnite, bro? Just mute him.
PS4 right now, but I'm finna play on Xbox.
Yeah.
Cool. So, listen, I go into games and I teach people about the Bible.
Yeah.
About the afterlife.
You know how much that Xbox cost?
What?
Bro, this kid can't even form fucking coherent sentences. What are you fucking doing?
You know how much that Xbox cost?
I think he was most known for trying to convert a child and telling them if they don't convert, they will go to hell when they die or something.
This sounds like something out of a South Park parody. You died, you go to hell!
But obviously, with his
What the
reputation in the
fuck? What do you
toilet as
mean?
Dr.
What?
Witnesser, he would move on to greener pastures, which was doing the exact same thing he was doing before, but
with a
now as a
peanut.
peanut.
Yep.
So, do you believe in Jesus? Or did college teach you out of Jesus? 'Cause that's what
Nah.
they do.
And for some
What?
reason, he has a bit where
No,
he
my
loves being a
college,
bit
the fuck?
gassy, and he will regularly unload on stream.
Good morning, everybody. It's the faithful sheriff, and today we're going into Fortnite and telling everybody about the good Lord. Everyone's welcome.
Bro, someone check this guy's fucking hard drives, man. There's like this face is actually very accurate.
If you're nice and all that.
Fart jokes? No, guys, you guys make fart jokes all the time. Like it's a boy thing for sure, but there's nuance and tact to it. This is so fucking distasteful.
Do not tell Pyro
got
Cynical
a
about
fart
this streamer.
fetish,
Now,
yeah.
obviously, he could not outrun his past, and with him doing the same thing he did with Dr. Disrespect, now with the BurntPeanut, he quickly became one of the most hated Peanut clones, because at least all the other clones did their own
Yeah.
thing. They never tried to be a carbon copy, and they
Yeah.
never begged for attention from Peanut.
Here's the deal.
What is that? I believe the BurntPeanut is gonna enjoy this. I think BurntPeanut will enjoy this dissecting this frame by frame. BurntPeanut, you should totally reply to our DM. Holy cringe alert. That is so cringe. Oh my god.
Attention from
I hate that. This gives me the fucking biggest ick ever. When people like constantly at like fucking micro celebrities or like celebrities on Twitter. It's so insane.
Peanut.
Here's the deal. If you get the burnt peanut to respond to this video by saying, I released you of your peanut bones, you'll get your witnesser back.
But because people hated him so much, it has led to a number of things happening. First, someone sent him a fake cease and desist letter, which was said to be from Peanut, which made him promptly end stream because he thought he was going to get sued by Peanut. The second thing was that people started circulating fake rumors about him. Someone photoshopped a cock on
That's what I saw. It went viral. It's just this little. It's not a big, huge dog. It's just a little pee-pee little nut like at the bottom. It's a little tiny little thing.
his peanut, which was
That's
something that
funny.
happened to the original
I saw this too.
Peanut, and they made it look like he was requesting this just so he could
And
be.
you know what the fucking saddest part? I remember when this happened. It was like around the drama with the VTuber awards. There was a bunch of people that were like, "Oh my god, this is so distasteful. Why does he give VTubers a bad name?" And I'm like, "Bro, this is fucking funny. What the fuck do you mean?"
That happened to the original Peanut, and they made it
hilarious.
look like he was requesting this just so he could be like Peanut, and he denies it.
I never said this. I never even knew that these guys existed prior to yesterday when this post came out. Here's a picture of my real penis that you can use. Obviously, this is not me. Y'all have seen me. This person probably weighs about 170. I'm 300 pounds.
People also raided his Discord day one and circulated some rumors there. And third, they have doxed him whilst he was live multiple times. In one event, reading out his full social security number, and in another, a person in a game with him calls him out for not living in Texas and LARPing that he does. And then they proceed to read out his current address, which understandably results in a reaction of him looking at the camera like he had just witnessed a second Hiroshima.
I can argue.
Yeah, that's too far, bro. Yeah, the guy's fucking insane and cringe, but doxing him is so insane. Yeah, report them.
Hey, you lied about being from Texas when you live at...
I don't live there, buddy.
That's
really? Because your
fucked.
wife does.
You can actually find a
Yeah,
lot
call
of
him a
hate
clown. Don't
posts
fucking
about him
dox him. That's
just showing his
cringe.
address, which is fucked up because he has a
Yeah.
wife and kids, and you are potentially putting him and his family
Yeah,
in danger
and they have
doing
nothing to
this.
do with
You
it, I
shouldn't do
hope.
this. But from the outside, with all of this happening, it has not hindered
Cringe.
his activity at all. He seems to have more viewership than ever since he became the faithful sheriff.
Yeah.
But obviously, it has somewhat affected the BurntPeanut brand and potentially added to the next problem Peanut has been facing.
Mr. Silly! A little bit of cool. A little bit of cool. Bro, I'm such a chud.
Now, the last problem is something I mentioned at the start of the video, which is when you get as big as Peanut and you are basically everywhere on most platforms. I think
Yeah.
even I've been barraged by Peanut clips on my beloved Instagram Reels. And although it's probably not just Peanut himself posting all over these platforms, it's also his audience.
It's people farming him too, because he's popular. They're spamming the algorithm. 'Cause it
But
makes
regardless,
money.
it still leads to the same result, which is that people get quickly tired of seeing you and in some cases just start to hate you. But for the BurntPeanut...
But even the BurntPeanut hate is funny. Like the ones where they're like, I'm in my cuck chair watching BurntPeanut. Like, what the fuck, man? That's fucking funny.
In this case, it's probably the fastest I've ever seen this happen because he only blew up like 4 to 5 months ago.
Yeah.
And already both him, his audience,
Like,
and
less
even
than a
his
year, yeah.
catchphrases have been designated as cringe. Currently, it's looking like the reputation of being a BurntPeanut fan is probably on the same levels as being a has-been hotel fan.
I'm gooping it. I'm gooping it. This is the best part. This is the best part. Just wait. Just wait. Hate for Mr. Nut
Yeah,
is
but this girl is a professional hater. She goes on Instagram and fucking hates on VTubers too. Yeah, this is her full-time job.
so forced because how can you hate him? He's just a silly little guy. Mr. Silly.
She hated on Gargour, I remember a long time ago. Little bit of goo.
It's even got to the point where people act like the BurntPeanut had beheaded each of their family members in front of them with how mad they are when it comes to talking about him.
The BurntPeanut has no choice but to rely on an AI avatar to pull viewers in. Why exactly? This is one of the most brutal and classic example of the BP. If he were to show his face on stream, he would get 0 viewers because his philtrum is way too short.
Even though you're not funny, you don't make your family. You don't.
That's
what do you tell them?
Insane.
Yeah, I'm just
okay.
a fucking peanut. I have a peanut mascot on, and I'll turn to the side and open my mouth. The kids love it, saying that, nigga, you are lame.
This seems to have been a thing that only recently happened because some people are confused how he went from generally loved to now widely hated. Some have blamed it on the fans on the older side of his audience, more accurately the millennials, citing the videos of them unironically repeating some of his catchphrases. But come on, millennials got completely fucked when it came to the housing market. Let them have their fun. But was it down to the fans of the BurntPeanut that he's now considered cringe? I don't necessarily think so. Yes, there are a few posts I've seen that may have contributed to it, and I don't think it's down to the behaviour of the BurntPeanut himself. He's been doing the same thing he always does. He hasn't really changed enough from what I've seen to warrant this shit. I think it's just the internet being the internet and the combination of blowing up so fast and being
like, I don't watch him a ton. Like, I see his clips pretty often on like Instagram, but I don't really like tune into his stream at all. Yeah, so like this may be like a completely out of touch opinion, like stay with me here. Peanut kind of feels like a Disney movie to me. Hold on, hear me out. And I say that because I feel like a lot of the antics and tropes he leads into are really popular with teenagers and kids. But then, randomly, out of nowhere, he'll joke about like calling people slurs. Based. Or he'll like roast Hassan with a dog collar joke. Do you know what I mean? That's like the vibe I'm getting. Or when, do you guys remember when his streamer friend, I think his name is like Cloaksy? There was this clip and there was a drama that blew up a couple of months ago, maybe like a couple of months ago. And it was him, like, not Peanut, but Cloaksy seemingly almost saying the N-word on stream. And then Peanut called him Slursy for, like, 2 weeks after that. I thought that was so funny. And again, it reminds me of, like, Disney movies. Because the content seems, like, designed to attract, like, younger or, like, younger people, the younger audience. But then there's adult jokes sprinkled in to, like, hold the attention of older viewers. Yeah, it has that type of vibe. Like, oh, only the parents get it because, like, kids don't understand. That's just my opinion. Like, that's why I can't really watch a stream, but I'll occasionally get, like, clips recommended to me on, like, whatever. Yeah, and I think it's funny because the clips highlight the parts of his stream that's for me like the adult in the room, you know, the adult that thinks slurs are funny type shit, you know?
Everywhere to the point where it gets somewhat annoying to people, or you don't hold the same value than you did previously because you're mainstream now. And it's to the point where maybe your grandma is even saying things like she's gooping it, quoting him directly. So I guess it's not as cool as when he was more of a niche streamer. But yeah, it's quickly shifted from the BurntPeanut being widely praised to now people expressing how they're tired of seeing him and his audience.
Yeah, but Queso went through that fatigue too. I remember his clips of his chat calling him fat all the time. People got sick of that too, and then the hate stopped because it was like they get tired of hating on him too. I think this happens to like pretty much every popular streamer.
I'm a motherfucking gooner goy. I'm a dreamer goy.
What?
That don't even fucking need a goy, baby. I'm a gooner goy.
So in conclusion, the BurntPeanut currently is seeing something that affects most people that get popular rather fast.
Yeah.
Does it mean his online career is over and he's doomed to fall off? No, this will come and pass. A lot of the clones will, I assume, die off unless we do actually see what we saw with VTubers, where they do successfully branch away from being associated with Peanut. The criticism towards his content and fans is going to be around for a while. We are seeing a pack god-like situation with this, but people will eventually move on. However, currently the Peanut is doing fine. He's just as big and is still one of the top streamers. Yes, these problems may have tainted his reputation and brand, but I think long term he'll be fine. But yeah, That's it. If you're using Linux to watch this right now, we get it, you're a femboy. But make sure to uninstall the French language pack, it's been causing performance issues for Linux systems. But that's all I had to say, and bye-bye.
That was a random call out. Well then! That was strong. Yeah, frick the French. That was a good video. That was funny. Don't run that command. What does it do? Explode your computer? That's gonna delete everything? Well, I'm sure that not that many people are using Linux anyway. Yeah, go check them out. Royalty is here. Royalty is here. Cool little bird. Royalty is here. Yeah, I don't know. There's probably a few people in my chat that watch Peanut's clips and stuff. I think he's funny. And the drama that was surrounding him was kind of fucking overrated. In my opinion, though.